Demi Lovato took to Twitter to have a Q&A with some of her fans, and she actually received some harsh judgment based on her response to what a fan asked was, what is the funniest prank you've ever pulled? So she responded to the funniest prank. Would you stop?
Shade. Wow.
Demi Lovato answered the fan saying that the funniest prank that she has ever pulled was the following. I hired a lady of the night in Vegas and sent her to Max's hotel room to surprise him. She walked into his room without permission and grabbed him in his area, and he freaked the F out. Ha ha ha. Now Max is her bodyguard. So a lot of people were saying that that's sexual harassment on her part and sexual assault on the part of the lady of the night. And then Demi tweeted back something like, I swear I could tweet about craving jelly beans and someone would be offended at jelly beans. And then there was this back and forth with her fans on Twitter saying, hey, we're just trying to educate you and make sure that you are aware of what you were tweeting about, to which she responded, for all of those coming at me right now, listen to the lyrics of Warrior and maybe you'll have more compassion for someone who made a simple mistake. Of all people I know about sexual abuse, you don't have to educate me. Now, the lyrics in Warrior that she's referring to, in part, they say there's a part of me I can't get back, a little girl who grew up too fast. All it took was once, I'll never be the same. So my question for you guys is, do you think that she crossed the line with this prank? And do you think that the response on Twitter was warranted? And also just brief shout out to my sorry, not sorry.
Which lock her up. Yeah. Lock her
up. No, she absolutely crossed the line, and she's not being honest. And I hate that, because I love an apology that's just an apology. But what happened was she jokingly talked about something that everyone, like a lot of people rightfully thought was horrifying. And then she kind of like doubled down on it. Like, how dare you weirdos be offended? Oh my gosh, I could just tweet anything and you'd be offended. And then in her like apology, it's like, you don't have to educate me on sexual assault, because don't you know this has happened to me? Both and, because it doesn't exempt you. Your awful experiences doesn't exempt you from making a mistake that it took. I'm assuming this didn't happen yesterday, but she talked about it, which makes me believe that she thought it was okay up until people did educate her. And then she finally said sorry for it. But yeah, people did have to educate you, because that is not a story you should share. Like in a joking, and she doubled down like it was cool, like.
But
Jason.
I mean, Brooke, you make great points, and I when I read the story too, I thought the same thing as well. But then you have to look at two sides, okay, two minds about it. Her relationship with Max, her bodyguard, right? I mean, we are in accordance here that you should never, consent is right, what needs to happen. But we don't know their relationship, and we don't know what transpired or what pranks they might have been playing on each other in the time that she enacted the prank. So I do think, though, she does have a point that she could tweet about Lay's potato chips and people are gonna have an issue with that. That's just the nature of social media. But you do make a great point. I didn't think about it until you said it, that she had experienced this kind of event in her life, and then for her to go and do it, she knew better, so she should have did better.
It's just she didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Right? Because like when you think about it, yes, everyone should come out against sexual assault.
Well, she has.
Right, exactly. And she has done that. But she didn't think that since I've come out against sexual assault, I should really watch my behavior when it comes to any time I could be someone doing it. She just defaulted to like, this is my play around behavior.
She came out against sexual assault, and then she also paid for sexual assault and admitted to it. I mean, because if it were a woman, if her bodyguard was a woman, and she hired, like, you can hire someone to flirt with your bodyguard. You can't, I mean, come on, you can't hire someone without their permission. And she kind of bragged about it, like without his permission.
She wasn't thinking.
Grabbed him in his area. That's not cool. It's not okay. If that were a woman, we would all be mortified, and it would be like Demi's canceled. It wouldn't be like, oh yeah, people are gonna be offended.
Is Demi canceled?
No.
Demi's not canceled.
Demi, just do better, Demi.
Do better, Demi. She can't do better than Sorry, I'm Not Sorry. I
She's
listened to that
a
once.
good song.
That whole album,
She really can't do better. I'm a big Demi Lovato fan.